Alright, welcome to Warframe. This is going to be my video on how to, well, play mesa. And the reason why I say this is because there's a lot of other builds out there that people try to tell you misinformation, how to get red crits, such as get the orange archon shards or crystals or whatever, archon, whatever it is. They give you a increased critical chance by applying heat damage. And yeah, but the problem with that is if you go to abilities, there's no status chance. Like, there's none. I want this to be damage. I don't want this to be proc. And if I gotta proc my ability, then it doesn't matter. So I just literally reworked my favorite gun to do status, to inflict heat after casting an ability. I'm also leveling up this weapon. But yeah, this is gonna be like the truth guide on how to do mesa, how to do it right, and how to do it justice. So, first off, I'll get to this in a later. I'll get to this a bit. All of this stuff is just stuff that helps. This isn't like required. The first thing that's required is you get nourish. Now I don't care what you put it on for nourish, whether it's the first ability, second ability, or third ability, because everyone wants to play the fourth ability. Because, come on, man, why not? So, nourish is going to be the thing that keeps you great because you have 345 power strength. And keep in mind that's not actually showing how much strength you really have because you have precision intensified. You have blind rage, every ability strength in here that you can fit. Alright, ability strength. The only thing that's not up here is these two. And the reason why these two are not up here is because, well, I picked this one, 90% ability strength. Let me see, let me reorganize these by giant. There's one there's one I don't have up here. But you know what? Correct. Let me see. Let's do a higher D. Let me see, 15. Hey, there we go. I like doing budget builds, by the way. So 9 times out of 10 when you see a build, it's going to be a budget build, something that everybody can afford. What did I just do? Why did it go down? Why did it go down? You see that, right? It went down. Anyway, you have nourish. We'll go there with 270 strength. I don't know why I decided to go down on me and just whatever. It's still high enough. Wait, why is it going down? Why did it go down? Get off. Hold up. Let's see. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Duration. Duration. Ability strength. Ability strength. So 15% ability strength, right? This one's not going to show. This one's not going to show. But that one is going to show. It's going to be 50% ability strength. This one's going to be 90% ability strength. And this one's going to be 15%. Yeah, alright. Well, where did I get the 345 from? Oh well. It's in the stream. I had it for a brief moment. That's all that matters. So. Also leveling up this weapon. And I am going to take it out for a test run. We have it on skill path. We are going to be doing this one. Extermination. On my way. Skip the semantics so I can just do the drive around. And I'm going to show you exactly how this ability works. Or how to do mesa the right way, at least the fun way for me. Because me, if I'm playing mesa, I want everything in front of me to die. I want my teammates to catch my back. I want everything in front of me to die. And then I want to turn around. I want to kill everything behind me. And my teammates to catch me in front of me. And this doesn't have the red crits like it was always advertised, but it is still really, really good. There's ways you can boost your crit to make it have red crit. The important thing is to have a fortifier.
Just ping one of Skaldra's secret stashes. Use the Furbon charges to melt the locks and get inside. But I gotta tell you, they will not be happy about it if you do. You don't crack that cache soon, it's gonna deadlock permanently. Clock's ticking. Look for Furbon charges.
Nope, I'm going the wrong way. Now let's see if this works. Clock heat. She'll show up. Galvanized diffusion. Catalyst increase status chance while aiming at the possibility.
I got a message for Skaltra. Hovenia isn't your town, and their purge squad is all dead. I mean, they will be when you're all done.
There we go. So it does work.
Keep it up.
Ooh.
Woo! Eternal.
If I didn't actually put the wrong mod on.
What? Oh man! Thought for sure you'd be able to break into that cache.
It'll be my companion to Clockfire. But as it is right now, it's not worth it. Yeah, I can kill him just as it is with fire. I've got Clockfire. And then I do 350% more damage on top of the 9 times damage. On top of that 4 times damage I already do. Don't get me wrong, red picks feel good. They really do feel good. Yeah, I don't need shield rating, I don't need any of those other extra stuff. It's just kind of pretty stuff. Well, I get how I only got like a 21 critical bonus for that. Hey, look, it's permanent. So you know what? Maybe I will keep it out. Maybe it will work. Maybe it's not for like the early game thing, but maybe it's good for later. But I feel like I maybe I'll get a companion that spits out fire or something. Convert all that slash damage to heat. But anyway, there's a short 9-minute video, how to play Mesa, how to build Mesa. It's endgame build. It's not a budget build. It's not at all. If I have to use one former on any build, I don't consider it a budget build. And I like budget builds. I like bringing my budget builds to Steel Pack. I like bringing my budget builds to where I gotta go, because it's not the it's not how many mods you put onto it. it's using the right mods and the right weapons for the right mission. Because it doesn't really matter like what I have. Like if I bring like the wrong one, it doesn't really matter what I have. If I bring the wrong weapons to the wrong mission, like for instance, we just did exterminate, right? So pretty much everything goes good with the exterminate. But if I were to pick something like, let's see, I know I have it. Where's my sniper? Here's a sniper. This is a sniper. If I were to bring something like this to a defense mission, that means I can only kill the opponents one at a time. Because it's a single bolt action sniper. Same thing if I bought the Vesper. It kills everything in one shot. It's like the golden gun, but I have a horde, a wave of enemies coming at me. It's very terrible when it comes to like interceptions and defense missions, especially interceptions. For those ones you need like an AoE weapon, such as like this Pox is a good AoE weapon. Even though I got the Kuda Pox now, I gotta sell that one because I no longer need it. But you need an AoE weapon. Then you got other weapons that are like stealth weapons. Like I don't really care much for this one. Some people might like it. This one's a good machine gun grenade launcher after I put the incarnate on it. But it's all about having the right weapons for the mission and the right Warframe. Now Mesa, because Mesa is like really good at taking out lives and everything else and damage per second, she can be used for anything. Like the way it comes down to it in Warframe, you have offensive Warframes, defensive Warframes, and situational Warframes. Now Mesa's, the only situation Mesa has is everything around her dies. I'll go over her build out one last time before the end of the stream, just so you can understand like what I'm going through. First, I proc Nourish. Now what Nourish does is it helps me overcome the fact that I'm spending more energy on my abilities, 75 energy instead of 50 energy, or 30, instead of losing like that much energy, like instead of losing 37 energy to cast my abilities, and then, well, actually I'm getting a positive in that part. I don't know how I'm doing. Oh, duration. I maximize duration so this way it doesn't drain as fast. Hey, I got my 360 strength back. Amazing. I wonder if it's going to stay until I switch my mods. But anyway, the way it goes is Viral gives me an additional damage buff as well as it procs Viral on everybody else. And what Viral does is make it to where they take 3.5 times more damage. So it's going to be 3.5 on top of this one, which is 5.4. So 3.5 times 5.4. Then go down to my gun, which is almost 100% crit, which is 9. So 3 times 5 times 9. Like that's the best way I can actually put it up. And that's how much damage I deal out per shot times 20. Times 2 for multi-shot, or 2.5 per second. Now, it doesn't matter what this number is, that's a big number. Anytime when you have a multiplier on top of a multiplier on top of a multiplier on top of a multiplier, you're going to come up with a big number. These are really big multipliers. I think the lowest multiplier is times 2, and then it comes with an additional times 3.5 on top of it for Viral. And that's what I do with Mesa. It doesn't really matter whether I have crits or not, just the damage itself is just immeasurable. But just in case you have doubts, I understand everyone wants that red crit, that beautiful, beautiful red crit. There's another gun that I have built up that just melts people. And there's no crit or status on it whatsoever. Actually, it does have status, but there's no crit whatsoever. I want this weapon to have negative crit. And the reason for it is because of its incarnate abilities. 50% chance to deal 2,000% damage. That's 2,000 goes down to like, I think it's times 20 damage. And that times 20 is higher than times 2. So I maximize multi-shot and I maximize fire rate. And in its incarnate form, you get 20 times 20 per second. So 2 times 2 is 4, 10 times 10 is 100, that's 200, so that's 200 times whatever the damage is. So 200 times 1,000. That's 200,000 damage per second. With a chance of putting slash on. That stacks infinitely. So now they're bleeding to death. It is a bleed them dry weapon. It's very important to understand like what the Warframe does and what the Warframe strengths and weaknesses are. Mesa's main weakness is that If it doesn't involve killing everything on the map, then you might as well just have another Warframe. But if your team needs damage, you need to destroy everything that comes in sight, there is very few that can compare with Mesa. Especially with as easy it is just pointing the direction to pull the trigger. Anyway, that's my short video on how to do Mesa. Leave a like and a comment, and ask whatever else you want me to do. If I come across it, I'll make sure to make a video on it afterwards.